Ken Halverson, the Westby boys basketball team.
Ken, let's talk a little bit about tonight's game. Kind of a weird week. This is your only game this week. You get to kind of lock horns with Cross Ridge rival in Cashton. Talk about tonight's game and just kind of this kind of a weird break after a long kind of holiday break.
Yeah, one game this week is Cashton. It's a high intensity game, knowing how they beat us the last few years. So it's something we kind of look forward to. Coming in, they probably had like a 2-6 record, something like that. So we knew, I think, we were a better team, and there's a certain way you have to play when you are the better team. So we're looking for those small things in the game that we should do, and I think tonight we did that.
I got here a little after things started, but again, it looked like you guys had kind of taken control of things early on.
Yep.
So for you as a coach, when you all of a sudden have a large lead, what are some of your ideologies, philosophies with how you manage that large lead? In terms of utilizing your bench players, utilizing other things, and trying to maintain that intensity throughout the game, no matter who's in.
Yeah. And no matter who's on the floor, we're looking to do things the right way. And whether it's a starter or a bench player, there's a certain expectation that we have of everybody, how we play the game, whether it's offense or defense. And we just don't let those slip. Doesn't matter who's on the floor, and that's kind of what we're looking for. And everyone played tonight a large amount of minutes. We had guys come off the bench and score a bunch of points for us. And Preston Jolfing got his first points of the year. As you can tell, the crowd went crazy when he did that. So that was kind of cool. I think it's just the expectation, the standard we set for these guys. That's what we hold them to. Doesn't matter what the score is. It's like you always play to that standard. You don't let it slip.
Again, you have a break this week, but you have kind of an interesting and challenging week next week. So what is it like to maybe take the break, gather yourselves, and then go into next week ready to play some ball?
Yeah, our practices this week are pretty important. We got a big game against Royal on Monday, who I think is state ranked, and then we have Luther on Tuesday and Black River on Friday. Luther's figuring it out. Blacker presents a big challenge in the Bacchus kid, the amount of points they score, and Royal's always good. They made a deep run last year. So, I mean, these practices this week is kind of preparing for next week, because once we get to next week, it's go time and it's game time. So,
to this point in the season, what has been one of your team's greatest strengths, or maybe a surprise a little bit that you're like, wow, we're pretty good at this one thing?
I think we're pretty deep, to be honest with you. I can bring any number of guys off the bench and they can step in and play the way that we expect them to play. We've become more physical. We really put an emphasis on that, rebounding and being physical, getting all loose balls. And we're kind of turning into this gritty team, which I think we have to be successful.